am getting my audio up. Hold on, everybody. There we go. Now, hey, we're here. Oh. So, hello. I'm gonna be snacking a lot tonight. Me and Hovercat, our meals got all screwed up today. Living with a toddler makes things tricky sometimes. If you can believe it. So we got some bugs to fix, some other small items. Let's see here. And I've got a new gadget that I've been working on as well. Dinner at the computer, that's the way to do it. So,
thanks for the streak.
Perfect. Al, thank you for 9 months. Name our Twitch baby. Wow, 9 months since you just got assimilated. All right, so first thing is already fixed. And that is that apparently, lo and behold, the hue sliders have never worked completely, and I did not realize this. Let me get up our version history thing so I can make sure I log these changes. This is so weird. All right, so this will be for version 1.2.3. So the issue was, so Pixel did notice it, and I thought I had fixed it with something else, but it turned out to be something completely different. So the formula that I shamelessly copied off of Google does not spit out the values I expect. So apparently, if your hue slider is somewhere towards the far right, then after you try to re-import it, it would wrap around back to the negatives. So it would go out of bounds off to the left. And that's for any hue slider. So I just added a check, if less than 0, add 360 degrees to it to put it back in the right spot. Yeah, really weird. I don't fully understand the formula for converting RGB to HSL. Like, I know the general idea of how that is supposed to go, but like the formula is way more complex than I would have expected when you actually see it written out. Or I guess it's more shorthand than you would expect. Oh, Al's shell level is pretty nice and forgiving, which I approve of. Okay, so that's one bug fixed. Next thing I need to tackle is, apparently, when you are in full screen mode, you just cannot... Oh, thank you for the extra fruit. You just cannot... Yeah. It just doesn't work. This one worries me a bit. Because at first I was like, oh, it's going to be something to do with the way that, like, the mouse position is calculated or something. Oh man, you are making progress. But no, it is not that. So let's talk about what happens when you actually do, when you get one of those text pop-ups. So here's the thing. What I could have done is actually made it so that I keep track of your cursor position and the value of the text, and I handle mouse inputs for things like Control-C, Control-V, Control left to go to the beginning, Control right to go to the end, home key, end key, Control shift left, Control shift right, shift left, shift right. That would be a pain. So I cheated. Because those are all like actual things. Like if I just start typing, like you guys might not be aware of all these shortcuts, but Control left jumps to the beginning of the previous word, and Control right jumps to the end of the next word. And it's different behavior. If you're in the middle, it jumps to the current word's end. And then if you hold Shift while you move left and right, that highlights areas. And then Control Shift does selection with jumps. And then Home and End jumps to the line change. So there's a lot going on there. And I would hate to actually do all that. Text editor shortcuts. Yes, Solder. So here's what I did to get away with it, is I don't handle any of that stuff. Instead, I let the browser do it for me with the magic of I just create an invisible text box on the web page, and then I just let you type in it. I'm doing well, Hudson. How are you? It's good to see you tonight. Also, welcome, Big Jelly. Glad to see you coming by as well. So yeah, what's happening behind the scene? And I'm actually going to I'm gonna comment this out so you guys can actually see it in action. All right, so check this out. This is what's actually happening behind the scenes. When you get a little text box pop up. All right, wait for it, wait for it. Boom, look up there in the top. Look at the top of the page there. You see that? You see that? There's actually a text box, a regular web text box that appears on the page invisibly. And I move the focus of the window to that text box. And that way, it handles all the shortcuts just like an actual text box would work. Basically, if the browser has some feature of text navigation, it works, and I don't have to do any work. $127,001 doesn't work for me. Help. Localhost. I tried that, and it just showed me my files. So yeah, that's what's going on here, is it's actually just a hidden text box. I think what's happening with this is I bet that when you're in full screen mode, I bet it doesn't allow I bet it doesn't allow focusing windows while you're in full screen or something. A sneaky little box. Let me see here. JS full screen focus input. Full screen text box on focus. No. No. Come on, somebody. Okay. Focus input while full screen. How to return keyboard's focus to screen? No. Detecting focus loss? No. How not to open? No. Focus lost when full screened in Chrome app? Maybe? That doesn't look good. Oh yes, I saw, unfortunately. The man cannot be stopped. 165 hertz feature working on your monitor. Apparently USB-C was a display port for laptops. Who knew? All right, let's take a look. Let's show off Germdove being Germdove.
Sprite slot.
It's basically that when you drop a
which Dobbs also said was the cause of
when you hold an item. This is what I saw.
What is happening there?
Mm-hmm. Okay. It still doesn't work. That's the best part.
Sprite.
That's the best part. Is that his what screen still breaks. Yes, as you can see. So, let's go over that real quick. And Pixel, don't worry, I saw your message. So the problem is that when you are holding a sprite, it is in the wall. Like, look at this, right here, that is in the wall. And when you let go of a sprite, like, it acts as though it's just been placed directly in that wall. And sometimes that does some really goofy stuff, like this. Bye, Key. So ejection is something I still need to work on, and I'm not 100% sure what we're gonna do with that, because that's gonna change a lot of stuff, I worry. And this is always the problem, is that there's a lot of existing stuff out there that people are like playing around with. And when I change something that's going to affect a lot of things, that's worrying. Bye, Key. It gets yeeted away by solidity. So we need to figure out what's going on with our full screen text box issue. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to open up command prompt. I'm gonna go full screen, except it's not really full screen. It's like mostly full screen. And I'm gonna say, start making, load from import code. Okay, boom. All right, we have our input box. Okay, I didn't want it to do it every frame. Like every frame. Just the first time. The very first time. What if you give the item a value, like the character, to keep it from going to the wall so you bonk one tile earlier? So my plan is probably to have a special ejection method. Whoops. Got quiet. A special ejection method that as soon as a sprite is like positioned in such a way where there's a possibility it was just placed in a wall. For instance, when you drop, throw, when a sprite is spawned, when a sprite is overlapping a block that just became solid, any of those cases, I want to run a special code on it that looks in all four directions for the closest free available space that can actually fit that block, that tile, that sprite. I feel like that's going to be an expensive check, though, and every time I need to add something like this, it's a little bit of a performance hit. It makes the game run a little bit slower every time. Which I hate that, but that's kind of the cost of things. All right, so we're going to say, hey, I want to load it. Boom, we have an input box. All right, so we have an input box. There it is. It exists. It's right there. All right, so I want to know, is it focused? JS get focused element. Document.activeElement is the code for that. Yeah, you can only carry one at a time, but there are blocks that are sometimes solid, sometimes not, based on like switches that you can, like, think on-off blocks in Mario Maker. And so every time one of those changes, which could be a lot of blocks at once, I need to check each of those blocks for any sprites that are inside of it. I could make it just kill the sprite, but I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. Like, sometimes it makes sense of like, okay, if you're overlapping a solid, you need to, just like, let's say you're like 1 pixel inside a block when it turns solid. It's like, okay, just bump it out of there. Just bump it up 1 pixel. If you're like completely overlap, it's like, all right, well, maybe we just killed the sprite. I don't know. Document.active element is body. Can I set focus? I mean, of course I can. It's just that dot focus. Did not work. But why did it not work? Decision. I know that's like design decisions more than like technical decisions, which those can be fun. All right, so focus. Oops. Hello. Oh, you got it. Yeah, you gotta get a lot of momentum on that last jump, don't you? Yeah, we're just focusing the input form. So what happens if I do this and then immediately log this? No, it's still the body that has the focus. Good job, Popples. 1 nigh, yeah. Let's see here. Open up some Stack Overflow results. Like, what if, for instance, like now the input has it, but I go full screen and now it doesn't. Man. Huh. Hang on, focus lost when full screened in Chrome app. I mean, it's okay. Yep, current method returns app window object. 9 minutes died to the first 2 shell jumps of that final section. It's tricky. Oh, I almost forgot. We got new gadgets to show off tonight too. I don't know when to do that. Okay. What is the deal here? Why is the input not focused? Huh. This is surprising that this happens. Gadgets. Something shell related. It is related in a roundabout sort of way. Place your bets now. I mean, there's no actual prediction because I can't list every possible thing. This is bizarre. I am not seeing any Stack Overflow results about this, which means you've really stumbled upon something weird here. Huh. Theron, we are perplexed. So here's the deal. When an input box comes up on screen, what's secretly happening is there's a hidden text box that gets added to the page, and I automatically set your focus to that text box so that when you type, it appears in the game because I'm just reading out of the text box. The advantage is that style.opacity. The advantage here is that I get all the usual keyboard shortcuts like paste. Honestly, paste is the reason I wanted this little feature because it's really hard to accept paste input otherwise. I guess annoying is probably the better word. But getting all these keyboard shortcuts is a nice little bonus on top of it. So the problem is, oh, here we go. The problem is that you apparently can't focus an element when you are in full screen mode. Like, I'm really surprised about that. But yeah, it's just not, it's apparently just not a thing. Wait. No. Oh, here's a Chromium bug for it. From September of this year. The page in full screen mode opens a pop-up and call... No, okay, never mind. That's close. Like, here's the question. And just lay it over the existing... yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing. Like, the placement doesn't matter. The placement does not really matter. I can position it wherever. Like, if I wanted to... put it like, well, a little bit further. Like, let's say right there. See, that's fine. The problem is that when I'm in full screen mode, the element still exists, it still has a value, but you cannot interact with it through, like, you do not have focus on it. Like, you cannot focus on the, it's as though the input box is on another web page or something. I can't tab over to the box. I can't click on the box. It's because it's full screen. There's some sort of issue where full screen blocks interaction with the text box. So that's fun. All right. Let me bring up the new item we got. Let me add it back into the editor. Here we go. As for a file, there's an idea. Well, so it's not just that. Oh, dang it. There I go again. Because also when you're uploading a level, that also prompts you for the name of it. And I can't ask you to give me a text file of, like, give me a text file containing the name of your level. Josh's honey level is good. Got some fun little tricks in there. So I need to figure out if there is some kind of way. Why not just use the file name as the level name? Well, that's still ignoring the actual problem of, imagine I am playing a video game in full screen mode, and then I'm uploading my level, and it says, okay, now create a text file with the name of your level and upload it. Okay. Now what that means is I now have to exit full screen mode, assuming I'm since I just have one monitor. I have to exit full screen mode, go make a text document, name it, then go back into full screen mode, and then click upload the file. I mean, yes, you can right click and go to new document and text file, but do not overestimate the average user's text skills.
What kind of a bones can dogs not chew?
Wait, are we getting the actual joke first? Or is that the punchline? Why isn't export doing that? Export could. We could make it export an actual file instead of, here's the text, do with it what you want. Yeah, because right now it just, like, copies it to your clipboard and it's like, all right, do what you want with it. Make it into a file, put it into a big document full of level ideas, however you want to do it. Go forth and enjoy this. paste it to your favorite streamer.
A trombone? Brum bro.
All right, who's ready for the new item? Trick question, you all are. Here we go. This is what you've all been waiting for. Huh? Huh? What? Huh? 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 What could it be? What could it be? Behold, the future of level design. That's it. There it is. Now, what could this box possibly do? Oh. Oh. So, this is the spring box. It has 4 sides, each of them individually springy. Spring cancels and Oh no, Pixel. You're right. You're absolutely right. Hang on. I could add an option, Drew, to instead of save it to clipboards, export it to a file. I'm gonna put that on my to-do list as like an alternate. All right, let's see here. Oh, wait. Oh, oh, I forgot. So here's something. Oh gosh. It makes you drop items. Is it? It shouldn't be. It sounds like it's happening right when I hit it. Bop, bop, bop. Okay, so what the reason it's doing that is because this is sharing code with the Woolly Bully, who makes you drop items. I don't know if you guys knew. Did you guys know that? Woolly Bully makes you drop items. Oh, jeez. Got him. Yeah, we should make that not happen. Let's make spring. I like the idea of spring cancels. So I was having special code for getting launched. So let's actually make that possible. I love that idea. Let's see here. So normally, sheep launch sprite, and you done get launched. If sprite is player, yeah, right here. So we're gonna remove that from launch, and instead say that that is specific to the sheep. There we go. Boom, spring cancels are now possible. Cookie Tune, I did not build a command that does that. I can look it up for you. I just have to click on your name. Following since December 2nd, 2020. I guess on mobile you can't see it, can you? Right, because we're in full screen. Weird. Alright, Pixel, is this what you wanted? Spring cancels. Unbelievable. That's almost a year. This is what Pixel is asking for. Unbelievable. Yes, auto levels will be possible. And I think one big thing that everyone will be very excited about Or at least Drew will be very excited about. Is this makes it possible to turn sprites around. Now, this does not just make it like an easy checkbox. You have to get a little creative with your setup sometimes. Like, let's say the player is going to be coming through this area and you don't want them jumping on this. Well, then you've got some options. You could, like, I guess you could put it on a motor. Would that work? Whoop. There we go. Oh, but that didn't turn him around. Why didn't that turn him around? Interesting. What game is this? This is Dabble Worlds. Exclamation mark Dabble. Why does that not turn him around? I wonder. It's only getting hit once. Oh no, it's getting hit twice, maybe? Getting it. It is free. Enjoy. I wonder if that's getting hit twice or something. Bye. Bye then. What if I do a little bit of... Nope, not like that. See, that just falls off. So you would want to do something like... one of these? Nope. There you go. There you go. There it is. Hang on. So close. I think he might be getting hit twice. Let me check that. Let me delete this. So launch sprite. Let's just do a console log on which sprite is getting launched. Let's export this. Reload. We'll just use Chrome Zoom. How about that? All right, so here we go. It does get hit twice, apparently. Interesting. Okay, so that's something. So we need to have specific code that when we're launching a sprite. I was saying sprite.direction equals... Oh, wait a second. Log the direction in addition real quick. Let's take a look. Yeah, he turned twice. That's so weird. All right, so now what we're doing is we're going to log which direction he's getting thrown. Both times he is getting thrown to the right. So let's see here. If sprite, oh wait, that's special. Okay, hang on. Oh, it's just on throw. Is it just on throw? On throw. I don't know what's actually affecting his direction normally. Sapphire Snail. Let's look up the code for Sapphire Snail. Direction, direction. What is changing his direction? Stack direction, patrol. For touching a wall. What else? Ground patrol? No. Not that. Not that. Sprite, that's a special case for snails. Player has lots of special code. Let's see, excuse this, it all feels like over-engineering can be a bit of an eyesore. Prefer an invisible object. Well, ideally, you don't have to use weird tracks. Ideally, you just hit him once and he's there. Yeah, we are going to use... Spring boxes will be the established way for changing directions of sprites. For better or for worse. Oh, here it is, right here. It's spring box. Okay. For horizontal bounce, if sprite is an instance of enemy... Oh, look at this. No, that doesn't do anything. Okay. It's just the spring boxes where we set the direction. Oh wait, no. It's inverting the sprite's current direction. That's wrong. So it should be using delta x greater than 0. There we go. Problem solved. So what was happening is every frame it was getting bounced, it was just mirroring the sprite's direction. What it should be is, if you are hitting the right spring, you should be facing right now. If you were to hit the left spring, you should be facing left now. Nothing else. And so now... So this will still work. This is just the original setup of just boom. Now he's bounced the other way. Cool. The alternate setup is if, for some reason, you are very intent on hiding the setup, then you can use motors. I'm gonna use an upward motor. Boom. Just like that. Goes right there. So he goes up about 2.5 tiles. So I use a fast motor. No, it doesn't fall any faster. Okay, so there you go. So that is probably the best set. Why is it flying up from being bounced sideways? That is because spring boxes perform a launch operation, which always bounces things up a little bit if they're being hit from the side. Boing. Just like that. Boing. Oh no, I got launched with a pig. All my AI is hidden. What happened? I don't know what that means. What? You know what, Pixel? That's a good point. It might. Oh, press X. The controls. There's a link to the controls right here. And in there it'll tell you all the different buttons. I'm pretty dead set on them getting bounced up. Can anyone think of some good ideas of why... Oh, jeez. Can anyone think of some good ideas of why not to have them bounce up? Because if so, maybe we can come up with something good here. Uh-oh. What is happening to this poor prickle? Oh, I bet he's using old movement code still. That's a good point. Actually, no, that would not work. All right, whatever. This feels a little... Right, instance of Sapphire, say it. Snail. There. Alright. Ta-da. We did the thing. Okay. Prickles. Yep, here we go. Wait, no? This is just their initial velocity right here. That's weird though, right? I just went ahead and added an exception for them, which I'm not hugely in favor of, but I just want to move on. Okay. So ground patrol sets your velocity. No, sets your DX, and then... Oh yeah, it straight up sets your speed. Ah, there it is. So instead, we need to use accelerate horizontally. 0.1, 0.2. Let's make it pretty fast, I guess. 0.3 up to a target speed. There we go. All right, that should work for the prickle. Keep going up on a bouncing. That would be cool, Pixel, admittedly, but that would be really cool. Dang it. Okay, but Pixel, consider one thing you can do, which is equally as dumb. Oh wait, is this a problem? Oh no! Wait. Oh no! Alright, so that's a problem. No, here's my idea. Watch this. Hang on, let me make sure this works. Okay, cool. Actually, let's move these a little bit further apart. How does this work? Does this go right? Okay, perfect. Check this out. Don't move. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. This is dumb. Oh, cancel. Oh! Saved it. I did Control W, guys. I did Control W, which is the Chrome shortcut for closing a window. So what if, consider. Here we go. Sprite blockers do not pixel because sprite blockers are just count as solid walls, and sapphire snails walk right through solid walls. Oh, this is dumb. Oh geez, and then it glitches out because it goes up so fast. Okay, so the reason I used a big pig there is because... Oh, here we go. Oh, this is great. Whee! Oh. If I use a regular pig, watch what happens differently. I assume that the snail is gonna get hit. I'm not 100% sure, but I think. Ooh. Oh, yep, that's what I figured was gonna happen. Something like that. Sapphire snail blockers. They are immune to walls of all types. The only thing they're not immune to is sprite killers. Okay. No, Popple, don't! He can't keep getting away with this. He made a min shell jump setup. He made a drop setup. All right, hold on. Pixel, you're talking about like a spring box that would like drop down, right? That will be a separate item later. The idea is, though, it will not be omnidirectional. It'll be maybe like 2 directions, like up and down or left and right, so that you can actually pick it up. Actually, maybe just up and then left and right. Yeah, there's performance trade-off if I actually make them interact with any solids. It's like if I'm not already checking for walls, then going on my way to do it kind of does cost a little bit of performance. So we need to tell... What's the error here? Launch sprite projectile. And direction. What? Projectile of sprites. Oh, okay, okay. Got it, got it. In that case... So this is a woolly bully. Launch it. If this dot x mid is less than projectile dot x mid, launch to the left, otherwise launch to the right. Why no fish carry key? Do you have layers? Yeah, there are technically 6 layers. There are 5 tile layers.
From the people who brought you just the end of a joke, proudly presenting just the end of a song. Partyin', partyin', yeah. Partyin', partyin', yeah. Fun, 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 fun. Looking forward to the weekend.
Wonderful. I'm glad this is happening. Right. All right, not a instance of spring box. Okay, spring boxes can no longer bounce other spring boxes.
Bonus ducks!
So now, oh, there I go again. So now, maybe? Yeah. Ooh, that's a little weird, but it does make sense in a weird way. I don't like it though. Trying to get right in there. There it is. Okay, so how do we determine which way you bounce? Well, we look at... What are we looking at?
Moon Rover reference when? I love when devs have cameos from their other games.
We already have the rocket. That's the rocket. Well, I guess it's the rocket in the intro. That Rover is riding in. But yeah, we just need to get Rover straight up in there. I can't hear her. Little Toad has been having some bad dreams or something. Every night about an hour after she goes down. Wakes up. Okay. I'll do it. I'm gonna entertain the people. be right back, guys. All right, I'm back. She's good now. Moon over quite a bit. Oh, any good? You got unlocks. Making progress on clearing all the achievements. Jen, not now Gwen, actually has world record on Moon Rover. Yes, Pixel, I've noticed that. That is a new bug. And that is because I was trying to fix, here we go, this is it. I was trying to fix the issue where there was inconsistency on picking up shells off of spiders, and now it's still a little inconsistent, I've seen. World 2 gets a little tough, yeah. So right here at the bottom of this, held item dot x, this right here. No. If this dot held item dot x, here we go, this right here. So I need to extract this into a function. Update held item location. Let's see here. I need to make sure that that's not null. And then we can just call that one more time after we've already moved the player. Because used to, player item happened way down here after you were already moved, and now it's happening beforehand. All right, so now we update the held item location after moving by velocity, so that should fix that issue. All right, so let's look at right here, this upward spring is triggering, even though we're way over here. Why is that? Well, my friends, because y'all paint. All right. So here's how it works. This is our mock-up here. It's perfect. All right, so we draw these little 45-degree lines like this. And also through the player, which the player has a center way down here, so it's a little different. What we do is when it detects that you have struck the spring box, it basically checks to see which of these 4 triangles you are about to overlap. So like, boom, right when I'm here, next frame I'm gonna be here, but this frame I'm right here. So I haven't touched it yet, but next frame I am going to touch it. So I look to see what location is going to overlap the spring box, and then I see which of the 4 corners, which of these 4 sides I'm closest to. So basically I just compare my, let's get another color here. I compare my X and Y difference here. If the X difference is greater than the Y difference, then I'm gonna hit it horizontally. If the Y distance is greater, I count that as vertical. So right here, I say, yeah, if Y is greater than X, then that's a vertical bounce. If X is equal to or greater than Y, then that's a horizontal bounce. Earning over 300 coins, decided to hate yourself and not buy anything. Oh, geez. Yeah, that's a rough one. I really liked the achievement system in that game. I don't know if you've run into this yet, but there are different tiers to every achievement in the game. And they all have different names and everything. That was a fun system to build out. It did mean that every achievement in the game had to be somehow numerically based. And have at least X number of variants. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a delta X and a delta Y. And we are going to try this again. So we're actually going to let the game tell us exactly. All right, so that tells us X and Y. Oh, that one had it. That one had it. We have 2 bounces here. So one of them, we had an X value of 8. Yep, we're always gonna have about 8 and change away from the center. One of them, we were 1.5 pixels above the center, so almost dead center. The other one, we were 10 pixels above the center. Ah. 10, huh? There it is again, yeah, look at that. Okay, so this one right here on the left. Oh, nice popples. I'll have to check that out. Something about how Moon Rover was one playthrough, it had 1 health left, and it spawned right above one of the green and gray enemies that fly upward. So there is a built-in safety zone when you first load a level. Any enemies that are in that zone when the level starts get deleted. But if it's a bit of a drop, you definitely could get hit. Oh, the donker. There had to be a donker. Ooh, I like the honey set. Hang on, let me pull this on. Let me pull this up on full screen here. Hold on now. Hold on now. Let's pull that up here. Let's show that off a bit. Oh, there's no audio. Well, boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I really like this background setup. That's a really fun combination. Oh, there's the donker. Oh no. You're making actual shell tech a thing. Oh my goodness. Well, cool. Unbelievable. Oh, and the other thing is you actually have like, I don't remember how long, maybe 1 second of invulnerability in every level when Moon Rubber starts as an extra sort of just in case. All right, we have got to figure out how to keep, I don't like this, but technically we are about to overlap that box. No clans and stuff because drops aren't like, yeah, they're very different. I'm imagining that because they're so different, we're gonna wind up seeing like some completely different stuff getting developed by people, because people are coming up with some really cool setups so far, like for shell stuff and for not shell stuff. It doesn't always have to be shells, guys. I really like the umbrella stuff you came up with. Pixel had some really cool rocket setups in Dobbs Toxic, which is one of his early levels. It's only like the first little snippet of the level, but it's a really cool little setup. All right, so what's Springbok? This one right here. We're hitting 8.4 away, and technically we're hitting all the way down here. Oh, you know what? You know what? Here's the problem. We're comparing against the sprite's center. Let me show you why that's a bad idea. So, I've been using the center because, like, yes, that will technically give me, you know, a good setup in some cases, but let's take an extreme example. What if I had a very tall sprite? Lanky Dobbs. Lanky Dabble. All right, in this case, yeah, that should be a horizontal, that should be a vertical, but this right here, like, let's go really extreme here. A bounce like this should definitely be a horizontal bounce. But in my current code, my center is below the orange line, and so that would count it as a vertical bounce. We found the discrepancy there. My assumptions on how to calculate which side bounces only works for a square sprite. What we instead ought to be doing is looking at, let's see here. If the top of my sprite is below the middle of the sprite, then I know I have to like check one of these things here. Well, actually, okay. If my mid is, it's not mid, hang on. It's this weird edge case here. I should be looking at like this. This should be a right bounce, this should be a down bounce. That's what I should be looking at. This is gonna be tricky. Okay, so how should I be checking this then? This gets tricky. Hang on. I'm not actually sure if there's a unified formula or if I'm gonna have to actually look through like 8 different potential combinations here. Okay, hang on. Brain, use the brain. Okay. So I'm gonna be overlapping the sprites somehow, like this. Some way, like I could be like completely overlapping it like this or something. That's fine, whatever, but I'm gonna be in there somewhere. So I should compare. Okay, here's an idea. I do a 4-way comparison, maybe? You just made a cool shell setup. Is it uploaded or what? Also, when are we gonna see that level you were working on that was waiting on, what were you waiting on? the background fix for one, I remember. Okay, okay. I think I've got it. I think I've got it. This may be a dumb idea. So we can grab this distance, being right edge of spring, left edge of sprite. And similarly, like this distance, bottom edge of sprite, top edge of spring. Like all four edge to edge distances. Oh, it's still too short. No, I want to see something. I want to see it huge and amazing. Grab those 4 distances, see which one is the least. The least non-negative from the center. Yeah, because if one of them is negative, well, they could. You could get squished right into the middle of it. I hope that doesn't happen. The shell's being yes. Oh, yeah. We need to knock out that one. Should we do that now? Let's knock out the spring first. Let me make sure that's on my list, though. Oh, actually, it's at the top of my list. Up throws. You deserve to be sprung out the other side. True. Well, okay, consider this. All right, I can get rid of these. All right. So right now, my horizontal, let's say I'm looking at the right face side. Like here, it's 0. My sprite's left compared with the center of the sprite is 0. Here it's positive, 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 and now it's like a really high positive number. Here, it's negative, 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 really negative, but still a very big number, a big negative number. So I can't just look for the smallest. I need to look for 0. Ah, dang it. Ah, crud. There is some great, like, simple way to check this that works for all 4 directions and like a nice, neat little statement. And I, for the life of me, cannot figure out what it is. What do I want to check here? Wait a second. Do I want to do a... Hang on. Maybe this. Maybe this. All right, here's an idea. I have not, Pixel. I have been working on this. All right. This is going to be dumb, but... Dang it. All right, so you do this. Rotate... What? What? Why? What? Paint? Microsoft Paint? Okay, that just happens, I guess. Alright, whatever. There, that's about the same size. Okay, so imagine... Yeah, I've never seen that before. Alright, so imagine this. What I do is after I've confirmed that I am about to hit the box, I draw the smallest possible square I can that is bound to the box. No, never mind. I thought it was onto something. Dang it. Wait, maybe the biggest possible square inscribed in the box. Does that get me anything? No, because, like, this is still... This zone is still... Ah! I'm just suffering here. Wait a second, hang on. All right, so this zone, this right here is the zone. This is where it changes which side you're on. It's the bottom left corner is the break point for when I'm comparing against the top left corner. But then it's like, okay. So what I need to do is I guess I need to figure out which corner is the closest. This is gonna get ugly. I need to figure out which of my 4 corners is closest to the center of the box. If it's a tie, it doesn't matter. Like if it's a tie, then it's gonna be like really easy to check because this would be a tie, is I'm dead center in the middle. Or this would be a tie, I'm dead center on the right. So find which corner is closest. In the case of a tie, pick either, doesn't matter. All right, so like in this case, I would pick bottom left corner is closest to the center. And then that's the one I do the check against the triangles. Yeah, actually, yeah. Yeah, for my delta x, delta y. Okay, so what I need to do is calculate the closest corner. Get corner of hitbox that is closest to spring center. Then compare with 4 triangle quadrants. Okay, so I'm looking for the closest. Oh, here's something. I don't need to check 4 corners. I just need to check the 2 x sides, the 2 x coordinates, and the 2 y coordinates, and then I can just combine them into the. Okay, that's good. Let closest x equals Well, I have sprite.x and sprite.x right. How can I do a quick, find, I want to sort and then take first? Checking that a collision exists is different than checking which side it hits. Yes. It's much quicker just to see, hey, is this box overlapping this box? It's like four less than statements / greater than statements. And then if you look at the list of them, if you didn't realize what was going on, you'd think, there's no way that's enough to tell. But weirdly enough, it is. Okay, so I got my list of items. I want to figure out which one is closest to something. Okay, so what I want to do, dang it. All right, so there's one thing I could do that's clever, and I hate that. Dang it. Hang on. Processing. No, let's actually make a function that'll do this. Let's put it in our utility class. This will be slightly less efficient, but it'll be easier to read later and to maintain it. So we're gonna make a nice little. Did you guys know that there's no exclusive OR built into JavaScript? So let's have a nice little static get closest in list. We're gonna have a list of numbers, which is going to be a number list, and we're going to return, oh, and we need to have a target number, which is a number, and we are going to return, you guessed it, a number. So what we're going to do is, first we'll do a little error checking. If list of numbers is 0, return null. If the length is 1, then just, what are you doing? Then just return that one. Is that a C# thing? Do I really have to do this? Alright, whatever. Okay. And now what I'm going to do... Current closest. Let current distance. Yeah, this will do the trick. We're gonna have to do a lot of absolute values. Target number minus current closest. All right. So what we're gonna do is let's start at index 1. This is gonna be weird. I know it's a little bit weird. Because what we're doing is we're starting with saying, okay, start with the first number. Assume the first number is the closest, and then go through the list, looking to see for every number, is this one closer? Is this one closer? Is this one closer? And then then just return the closest at the end. So every time we get one, let this distance equal list of numbers sub index. Target number minus math has all this. Yep. All right, there we go. Take the number. If this distance is less than our current distance, our current best distance, then guess what? You're the new top dog. This distance and current closest equals this number. And then just return. After we've iterated through all the numbers, then we're done. All right, let us do a quick test on that to make sure it works. We're just gonna try a few cases that are fairly trivial. Utility dot, get closest in list. Okay, let's try the list of 0, 1, 2. Which one is closer to 6? 2. All right, cool. What if I throw in 3 in the list? 3. Cool. What if I throw in 8 in the list? 8 is the closest. All right. What if I throw in 10 in the list? Okay, 10 is closest. What if I throw in 6 in the list? 10 is still closest? What? That's not right. Okay, cool. Why? Math dot absolute value of the distance between them. Target number is 6. Let's try that again. Our target number is definitely 6, so it's saying, okay, 0 is closer than 6. Oh! Current closest. No. Current distance. There we go. A little typo goes a long way. All right. There we go. Okay, now it's working. Well, I'm glad I checked that, because that would have been a fun bug to find. All right, closest X is utility dot get closest in list. So give me the number that is closest to the middle of the spring. And then give me the Y that is closest to the middle of the spring. And then right here, instead of using sprite mid, we're instead going to use, oh wait, yeah, or 0. That should never come up. We'll see. All right, get rid of paint. And then if this works, we move on to, I guess, up throws, and then we'll see what Pixel's bug was. All right, so our goal here is just not being able to... Okay, good, good. I think we got it. I can't seem to trigger the downward springs. Wait a second. I definitely triggered it. It is still possible. You would have to land right in the corner. Okay. Oh. It's definitely a lot more rare now, at least. No. Like that. That one got it. So we were 5.4 horizontal, and we were 6 above our target point. Yeah, I can believe that, actually. Yeah, that does make sense. So it's just barely possible to still clip in there, but I think I'm okay with it. It happens rarely enough now. All right, next thing we're gonna look at is up throws on shells, because apparently right now you cannot up throw a shell, and that one's gonna be pretty quick. That one is gonna be pretty quick, because I probably already know. Wait, hang on. You can't up throw shells, right? Alright, hold on. You can't... This is the live version, and I'm up throwing shells. What? Okay, okay. I see that. All right, let's see if I can... Okay, that was pretty slick. So you'd have to throw it... Okay, there we go. So it's basically if you are going to... Yeah, it only happens if you throw it while you're still moving up. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Like, you have to have a pretty high upward velocity, and I can work around that. So what we need is we need the code for shells. Okay, so currently here we go. Here we go. We want to intercept the up throw code and say, right now what it is the shell is considered active and kickable immediately when you throw it up. It's just normally it's above you, so it doesn't matter. But if you are moving up, then it could matter. So right now, this gives us 10 frames, I think. So you can still, like, throw it up and bounce it. Like, right there. Oh, you know what would help? What would help this is one of these. That still happens pretty soon, but it does make sense. See how I'm able to go through it now, but only for 10 frames. Need to drop it on the way up. Like that. So let me make sure, but I think now... I should not be able to do the same. Yeah, right now I have no frames. There's a 0 frame window. Yeah. So right now, if you have honey... Oh wait, honey wall... You're in honey with a shell and you throw it up while in the honey. Hang on. Maybe it's only certain directions? I cannot reproduce this. So this is the code as it stands right now, live on the server. That's gotta be it. Broken game. Okay, I added 10 frames of leeway to that. That should at least reduce the cases. Okay, and then pixel. Let's take a look at pixel's level here. We have a motor. Huh. This motor is not motoring. All right, bring forth the motor code. Oh boy. Oh boy, the motor code. Okay, so what I want... First of all, I need to remove this Springbox logging. Okay, so let's add a little logging for the motor. All right, so let's take a quick look through this here. Thank you, Popples. All right. So what we do, if we're on a track, we do track stuff. Okay, so this is all track stuff, right? Okay, if you're moving to a different track, which in this case we're not, we're on the same track. We're not on a cap. Okay, here we go. Target speed, which this just gets me track direction equation. What does this spit out? A dx and a dy. Perfect. So I want to figure out what speed are we getting here. Here we go. All right, so here we go. Right there. Hang on now. Let's slow that down. All right, so right now we're saying X is very low, Y is negative. Yep, right there. We're going up, 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 up. And then, okay, right here we catch, and we are going, not what I would expect. Are these inverted somehow? Possibly. Okay, but either way, X is about a half to the left, Y is evened out. And then we go, 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 and then we kind of stop. We kind of reach some kind of equilibrium. So what happens with this X and Y value here? Ah, horizontal direction and vertical direction. Ah, that's right, that's right. Horizontal direction and vertical direction are maintained. Ugh. So right now, motor speed, okay, this just basically tells, are we going forward or backwards on the track? So we actually have a negative dx and a positive dy, right? Oh, which means it's going like, ugh. Oh no. Oh no. I remember wrestling with this like months ago. Okay. All right, motor. Give me the motor's horizontal direction and vertical direction. Horizontal direction, -1. Vertical direction, 1. See, that's the weird piece here, I feel like. That's contrary to what it should be. Because it's supposed to be going up, which is negative vertical direction. I should be seeing a -1 there. So where do we set that value? Okay, where do we set that value? It comes down to if old track type is a vertical or bottom cap or cap or cap or cap or cap or horizontal or vertical. So, I hope this isn't the case, but if I move this setup over to the left, Germ Dove, welcome. Oh no, that does work. GermDev and friends, welcome one and all to the world of horrible edge cases and bugs.
But who makes the maker's maker?
Microsoft, actually. Thank you, GermDev. 28 months. It's almost a year. That's a long time, honestly. A little bit too long, I would say. All right, so what we're checking out here, there really does. All right, so check this out. Check this out. First off, this background, I can't see anything on it. And this music is too intense. All right, so here's what I kind of expect tracks to do, all right? This is what you expect them to do. This is Pixel's broken motor. This is how tracks are supposed to work. And let me tell you, it is a nightmare under the hood on these motors, maintaining their direction, because it's these little curvy pieces. It's the fact that I wanted them to curve gracefully along these nice arcs. Because what's happening here is there is actually a formula, a parametric formula, an equation representing this line. And then it calculates based on its X position and Y position. And hey, am I below the line or above the line? Which direction should I need to move towards that line? But then it's like, what does it mean to be above the line or below the line? When you really get down to it. Especially on a vertical track. Is this above? Is this above? And then you're like, okay, that's easy. I'll define to the right as above and to the left as below. Done. Except now what you've done is now when you curve, you are flipping from above to below. Like there's no good way to maintain that mapping. Progress is better than nothing. So here's the problem here. So this works lovely until I do this. As above, so below. So the problem here is that these straight pieces act as sort of refreshers, and they correct the motor's current internal direction. So it knows I am traveling left and up. I am traveling right and down, whatever. So that when it gets to one of these curvy pieces, it knows which way it's supposed to follow on that equation. When there is not one, it kind of doesn't have that information. And suddenly it gets here and thinks I am traveling left and down. And I don't know if it's obvious, but you can't go left and down on this, but that's what it's trying to do. It's like, okay, I need to go left and down. Easy. I need to go left and down. Easy. I need to go left and down. I can't go any further left and down than this. And so that's how it gets stuck, is because it's forgetting which way is left and down. All right. That is not one for tonight. I'm just gonna say that right now. Left and down motor issue, skill issue. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to export this as a minimum reproducible example, and I'm just going to paste that into this document. This one is going to be a weird one to figure out because it's going to involve a lot of very boring looking at motors and back and forth business. So I don't think we're going to fix that tonight, Pixel. But I will say that you can work around it very easily by just having any amount of straight track in the middle. I know that's not a fix. It's just a bandage until we get it fixed. Obvious exits are up, right, and Dennis. Anyway. Wait, why do I have... Oh, nice. Oh, you already found a... Oh, cool. What am I doing then? All right, Germed Up. I have to show you the new thing. That is going to change the face of surf levels. You might have already seen it. I don't know. Oh, yeah, we need to make a green balloon. So we'll grab one of these. We'll grab one of these. Working title. All right, here we go, Germ. This is it. This is it right here. Oh yeah, better quicksand. Boom. It's that easy. It's that simple. Oh no, I just realized what I've done. I didn't even think about this. Okay, good. They are sprites. Oh no, that's possible. You get some height. So here's the deal. If you put an enemy right up against this, well, it won't touch it immediately. It has to accelerate towards it at least a little bit. But this does allow for a sort of hands-free shell setup. Well, not in that case, because it just exploded. But there you go. Yeah, add that with some very well-timed conveyors, and you got yourself a shell train going. I don't think this will work. Oh, there it is. Oh, poor Jad. Gosh. So there you go. Trying to make the world's longest shell train. Oh no. Choo choo. All right. So there you go, Germ. That's coming in 1.3. So look forward to that. It is not ready for the public yet. It basically is a bully. It is basically a stationary bully. And something we found earlier that you can do, which is very dumb. Let's see here. Actually, I don't need every single one, now that I think about it. So we found that it is possible to do some shenanigans. Oh geez, we put them too close. We put them too close and it all went downhill from there. How's this? Nope. Actually, I wonder if,
What does a sprinter eat before a race? Nothing, they fast.
They fast. Love it. No. Oh, now you know what we've done? We've ended up breaking this setup by trying to fix the other issue. They fast. Love it. Oh, because he's getting hit. Yeah, because he would be down right there. He would be below it. Unless... like this. Whoa, that's not it. Shenanigans. So right here, this should count as a left spring only. Why is it getting hit up? Explain. Explain, game developer. Come on. Up. Right. Left. They fast. All right, let's take another look at that. Okay, hit me right twice. I don't like that. So right here. Boom. Up. How is that up? I mean, it's hilarious that it all goes terribly wrong. Bye. Why does that... Did we screw this up? Sprite Y, sprite bottom. So that takes the top and the bottom, compares it against the middle. This is our art, guys. This is how we determine which side you bounce on. We really need bugs. See, I figure why not just not put the bugs in the first place? Okay, so the idea is what I do is I look for the closest corner to the middle.
The wheel of fate is a fickle mistress.
Okay, so we have a big pig, right? He's a little bit on the wider side, but he's mostly square. And he's hitting about right here-ish. Now our code is saying... Stop. Right there. Right here. Okay, look really close, really close. Yeah, he's definitely very, very close. Right there. Yeah. 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 You don't have to rub it in. Sneaky snail, getting that XP for some reason. All right, so he goes, boom. All right, right there, right there. All right, we bounced right twice for some reason. And then we're saying that we were comparing X and Y. Delta X is the closest X minus the middle X. So it's saying that this pig is 4 pixels away from the center here, which that makes sense, and 6 pixels away vertically. Oh, because he's so big. He's so big. Why does Snail have a sub? It's a hilarious gift sub. This is the problem, guys. It's obvious that he should be bouncing to like in this instance here. Let's move some things around. All right. in our little toy example, when he hits right here, it's obvious. That should be a leftward hit. This spring box was not designed for someone of your generousness. Curbska, welcome into the art stream. We're chock full of surprises and pigs here. So what we do is we say, all right, first off, find the corner among these that is the closest to this spring box. All right? And then compare that closest corner with this triangle, these quadrants. And that's the way we bounce. So in this case, the top right corner is like barely closest, but it very firmly fits within the upper quadrant. Huh? You see? That corner is in the upper quadrant. So what we need to do then, I think it comes down to, if we have a case where the sprite is taller than the spring box, we could just take the middle. We can add, all right, this is gonna be pushing the problem until a later date, but this will work. Right now we're saying, basically check the four corners, and whichever one is closest, that's the one to use for calculation. However, we can just say, well, that's easy. Make it a 3x3 of corners instead. Easy peasy, done. Here is why that is merely pushing the issue until later. What if we wind up with a big sprite that's very tall, more than 2 tiles tall, and then we wind up right here in the exact same issue we are today, with this collision counting as, oh yeah, he hit it from the top. I don't foresee anything larger than 2x2 happening. So what we're gonna do is we are just going to throw that in here. Boom, easy. Save it. The boss sprite? The dragon? The Dabble Dragon? The Dabble Dragon? Here we go. Oh, jeez. Okay, that went worse. Okay. Perfect. Print it. Okay, hang on. We got this. All right, so he goes to the right. All right, the closest point should be the center of the right side. It's not, is it? We just got bounced up. What happens when there's a tie? The idea is that if there's a tie, it shouldn't matter. Yeah, it will pick one, and it shouldn't matter which one it picks. All right. So, box. Box hits from the right in such a way where like we could hit like right here. Right? Like we could hit right here. Maybe that's what's happening, is it actually is taking the top right corner. Let's log all that data. Let's just take a good gander at it. let's just gander. Let's gaze upon this orb of a pig. Dang it. Just deleted it. I gotta rebuild it and hope that I can build it the same distance apart. Like that far? Alright, throw a pig in there. Alright, that's obviously not what it was doing. I mean, that's not either, but that is at least a believable downward strike. Can you draw a line from the center of the object? Ah! So, Germ, you would think so. You would think so. That's what I was doing earlier. And here's why that's a problem. Some sprites are kind of tall, like the player. And what happens is, let's say I'm right here. It's like, obviously, I should be bounced to the right. But if you were to draw a line to the center, you're like, well, that's more up than right. So that's not happening. So what we're doing now is saying, okay, instead of using the center of the sprite, use the closest corner. Whatever the four corners is closest to the center of the spring box. And that worked for a bit. But now it doesn't. Because we're getting to these cases like, well, even this would do the same thing. Like if it's too big, if it's super tall, then that's just not gonna work. So should I be saying something like, if I'm overlapping, like this should be a rightward bounce, right? What? How do we express, like we can very easily look at this and see like, oh yeah, that's a rightward bounce. But what makes it a rightward bounce? Like what is the property? How can we express this as like a legitimate rule of this is why we know this is a rightward bounce? It's because it's on the right. But then this is on the right. Barely. We gotta find the edge. Like this is on the right, this is below. The 2x3 queen spider. Yeah. It's like that's why I thought we were so close with the corner issue. Like this works for corner cases, but now it gets muddied when actually, yeah, it gets muddied when you get to right here. Yeah, actually right here, this is wrong, because this should still be a rightward bounce, shouldn't it? And this might be a rightward bounce. It gets kind of tough to say. How do we express this in formal logic, in language? It bounces to the right because it's on the right. What does it mean to be on the right? Okay, it's like if the If it detects another block adjacent to it, it doesn't activate on that side. Then you can use player blockers or something. Yeah, but right now it's like the spring box logic is wrong. Like, we could change the setup or something, but... It's like, really the problem is, like, why does it think that, you know, that this position should be bounced up? Like, this is obviously not an up bounce. If one corner is under and one corner is over, up and down should not happen. Then it becomes strictly left-right. Maybe. But then you wind up with this issue right here. Like, I feel like I'm above this block. Like, if I got slammed down... I mean, obviously, this is a weird edge case. If I got slammed down into the block like this feels like this should be... I am above it and should be bounced up. And this does too, honestly. It doesn't, but it helps me track down what is the position that matters. Like, where is the line that I need to be looking for and then writing the equation for? Like, if we're just talking... All right, so here's the thing. Let's break it down easier. Let's break it down even simpler. Let's talk about just cases where it's obvious it's going to be either right or up with this sprite right here. All right, like, let's not talk about anything below that. Like, the middle of my sprite is above the middle of the spring box, and the middle of my sprite is to the right of the middle of the spring box. So I'm somewhere between here and here, all right? Nowhere below that. We're not dealing with that. So actually, to some degree, what we're talking about here is now breaking this up into 8 octants. Yes, yeah, for square sprites, this works almost perfectly, but apparently there are some weird corner cases that were basically evidence of this bigger issue that happens with bigger sprites. So let's only deal with the center of the sprite being somewhere in this 90-degree angle. Literal corner cases, exactly trimmed up. Okay, if we deal with that, then all we have to look for is the center and the center, right? Why was that a problem earlier? Why was the center a problem? Oh, it was because of, I don't know, like, oh, it was because of this stuff. It was this stuff right here. It was this stuff. When I'm really up high, problem happens. So right now, the center is within here. If I just look at the center of the sprite and say, okay, whichever of these sections I'm in, this section anywhere, bounce right. This section anywhere, bounce up. The problem is like this. This area right here, that should not be the case. Like, this should be a right. This should be a right. Everything over here should be a right. Until I get up here. Actually, is that it? Oh my gosh, that's it. It is the corner. It is the corner. It's just not the closest corner. How is it not the closest corner? Okay, I think. All right, so we were close to this earlier. We were close to this. We said, okay, obviously, you got to look for whichever corner is closest to the middle of the spring box, and then use that to determine which quadrant you're in. And that works for this case. Here, like right now, anytime that lower left red dot is in this orange triangle, that should be a rightward bounce. And anytime it's in this orange triangle, that should be an upward bounce. That holds true for every point within this. Like boing, 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 boing. That's beautiful, perfect. But as soon as you dip down below this point, it starts getting a little bit fuzzy. How did it start getting to be an issue? We just had this happen. Our problem was we were looking at the closest corner to the center, and there was some weird case where that wasn't accurate. Like right here. Like right here. Like right now, the closest of the 4 red dots is the bottom left. And it's in this bottom triangle that says I should be pushed down. That's wrong. We do not want to get pushed down here. So I should only use the bottom left corner when the bottom left corner is up and to the right. But how do I tell which corner to use? Like I should use the bottom... Oh, geez. How do I tell which corner to use? When the center... Oh, ow. Jeez, man. Your powers. I feel for you, man. That is still happening. To bring you up to speed, I've been slamming these bitmaps together in hopes that I will have a eureka moment. I'm searching for an epiphany. I'm fishing for an epiphany. What I've got so far is that if my lower left corner of my sprite is in the upper right quadrant of the spring box, then I can use that to determine which direction to go. Right or up. If it is not, like right here, suddenly it all goes out the window. That is the real problem. That is the real problem right there. As soon as my lower left corner is not in this quadrant, what can I do? Actually, as soon as that's the case, assuming that my left side is on the right and neither corner is past the line, I think any of those cases should go right. Well, is that true? Well, yeah, actually, I think it is. Like, there's no way I can get into here and say to myself, oh yeah, that should be an up or down. That's a right. Okay, so I think all right. Assuming that my sprite is to the right of the spring box to some degree, then the next step is check to see if I am completely above the middle of the spring box vertically. If so, use the bottom left corner. If I'm completely below, use the top left corner. If neither, then it's a guaranteed right bounce. Does that work? Does that work? No, wait, that's not perfect, because that is explicitly expecting a vertical sprite. So I need to also add in, that's not a left-right, that's if I'm fully on the right or fully on the left, then yes, that applies. Okay, so I think it comes down to, if I am fully upright of the sprite, then use that. If I am fully in one quadrant, then I can use the closest corner. If I am not fully in one quadrant, then I go the direction of whichever side I am fully on. If I am somehow straddling all 4 quadrants, all bets are off. Then at that point, I can't reliably predict, and I will just use the center of the sprite. Maybe, I guess, I don't know. That's it. Look to see if I am fully in a quadrant first. Ugh. All right. check if sprite is fully in a quadrant relative to spring's center. If so, use closest corner to calculate direction. Otherwise, check if sprite is fully in a hemisphere. Does that matter? Like at that point, yeah, I still need to check to see, am I fully on the right? In this case, this is a rightward bounce, yeah. And I can't use the center of the sprite. Okay, so yes. Fully in a half. Otherwise, use sprite center. Then go that way. All right, so this is gonna get ugly. So what I need to do now is I'm going to find a direction and then use all this extra code later. So first, let's start with quadrants. All right. If let's say player. If player.x is greater than or equal to this dot x mid, exactly. Apparently, it gets a little hairy. So let's see. If I am on the right, if I am fully in the right half, then do stuff. Else, if my right side is completely left of the mid, then I'm completely on. All right, so on right, on left. All right, so let's say I'm on the right. Now let's check to see if I'm above or below. If my base is completely less than or equal to the mid, then I am above. Otherwise, I need to check to see if I am greater than or equal to this dot y mid. I am below. Otherwise, if those both fail, then I am fully right. Right? Yeah, I have to do 3 checks here. Fully to one side, fully to the other side, or somewhere in the middle. All right, so that's just for if I'm on the right. So now I have to do the same thing here for on the left, which will check to see if I am, let's call this up right, down right, just right, up left. What if it's hitting 2 spring boxes at once? Then it will carry out the instructions of both in sequence. All right. Else I am somewhere in the middle. Uh-oh. And then we'll do something related to that. All right. If I am on the upper right, then I need to check to see. Oh, jeez, look at all this mess. Yay, a success. Congratulations. Incredible. Okay, this just comes down to look at my lower left corner. Is it more to the top or to the right? Which number is greater? So we're gonna call this delta x is going to be, because we are upright, we're gonna call that the sprite's x value minus the spring's mid value, right? Yeah. And then del to y is going to be the sprite's y base minus this dot y mid. Oh, and I need a let spring direction is a direction, and it's going to start as null. All right, so here's the plan. It's going to be that if this stupid pig, it's this giant pig. He's too big to deal with normal hitboxes. All right, let's just take another look. Here, have fun, buddy. He could be having so much more fun. Pig too big pig. Pig so big he breaks the rig. Spring direction is going to equal if delta x is greater than delta y, then we're going to go right. Whoop. No, not dir. Direction right. Otherwise, direction dot up. Let the pig be a little bit more on screen so we can have some fun. All right. So that's all for one. I wish there probably is a way to combine all this into one nice, neat formula. But honestly, it would just be really ugly and hard to maintain, I feel. All right, if we are down and to the right, our x delta stays the same. Our x delta stays the same, so we can just pull that right there. Okay, that makes it a little bit cleaner. All right. And this is easy because if neither of these is true, then we can just set spring direction equal to direction dot right. In this case, if we are below, then our delta y is actually y minus, oh no. If we're up, it's actually the opposite of its absolute value of these. Technically, that shouldn't make a difference. I could just, because I know which one is greater, so I shouldn't have to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. All right. And if we're down to the right, then we would go down in the case that y is greater. All right, there we go. That's our first half. And there's the second half, and then the third half is the hardest part. All right, so let's take... delta x on the left is going to be mid minus this dot. Oh, there he goes. He went on a ride. Hooray. He got to have a little fun. Okay, so this is basically going to be reusable, except for a little bit. If delta x is the best, then actually we go left now. And then fully left, we just go left. And then finally... finally do something. And then... let's leave that blank for now. If all else fails, go to the right. How about that? Like, it shouldn't get here. We should never get close enough to the center for this to ever happen. But if it does, we'll be ready for it. All right. Now we can recycle this code here. Which is... if we're going down, do this. Else, if we're going up, this should be double equals. Do this. Otherwise, we're doing a horizontal bounce, so bring us up slightly. Sprite direction. If spring direction is to the right, then do that. And then if spring direction is to the right, else it must be to the left, and then we're done. Is that it? Did we do it? Let's find out. Jeez. This is immediately gonna break, isn't it? Wait, 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 wait. We're getting somewhere. He's going. I mean, it's not great, but it's something. Okay. That might be it. Oh, I looked away. What happened? 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Bounce 6. Something goes wrong. 3, 4, 5. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Wow. Yeah, he's breaking the stack a bit there. Oh, it's because he's getting bounced up and right at the same time. 4, 5. On that bottom spring, look right here. Look where he's about to hit. Yep, you can see his hitbox is firmly to the right. That is an upward springing. He's on the corner, but he is above. He is above, decidedly. That is where he is heading. Oh, yeah, he's cleanly in the right spring category there. So he gets sprung left, but then also straight up. Whoa! What was that bounce, though? Dang. 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay. If you just drop a stack straight down onto a spring, is it going to break the stack? That's a good point. Let's find out. Well, I don't think that broke the stack. Oh wait, it's actually... How? Hold on. Hold on a second. Okay. Sprite.x is greater than x mid. All right, so we were right in the middle here. Oh, I forgot a case, didn't I? I forgot a lot of cases. Yeah, so for the case where we're coming from above, what we're supposed to do is then check, okay, you're not on the left, you're not on the right. Are you now on the top or the bottom? That's another check. Jeez. Actually, it's not as bad. It's not as bad. It's actually much quicker. If sprite.y bottom is completely less than or equal to this dot y mid, then we are fully on top. Yeah, we forgot a check there. And then if y is completely greater than, then we are fully below. And then the final else right there. Backwards coordinates. Yes, it is. That is JavaScript's canvas. Actually, a lot of drawing stuff in general, top left is 0, 0. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's not what I wanted, but also. Whoop, hang on. It does start to break apart. I mean, that's cool in its own right, but also I don't want that to happen. Okay, so wait a second. Why don't they fix themselves then? The restacking. Vertical restack speed. 1.5 pixels per frame. Target Y. So every sprite, if it's stacked on something, and it's close enough on its x-axis, which it's straight on there, so that should be fine, then it is supposed to say, hey, the stack, the thing I'm above, that's what this is, right? This dot, target Y, the thing I'm stacked on, dot Y, minus my height is where I should be. So that second snail here, yeah, he shouldn't be doing that. He should be saying, hold on now, the guy I'm stacked on is too, what? He's low. I'm too low right now. I am greater than, I'm greater than my target Y. This dot Y is, yep, right here. I'm not on a ceiling, so I should be bumping myself up. This dot Y minus equals vertical restack speed. Console.log beep. That's how we're gonna do it. Reload. All right, so let's take a look. Let's listen for the beep here. All right, one beep already. That makes sense. Beep. No more beeps. Why no more beeps? You're definitely not at the right height. Right? Okay. Is there something else happening? Distance from target X, that should be fine. I am stacked on something. All right, so right now, let's start it again. All right, right now, I am 1/10 of a pixel away from my target position. It's gonna try and maintain that. And then boom, suddenly I am 4.5 pixels away. I beeped, and then is my stack already broken? That could be it. Oh, actually, yeah, that's it. The stack is already broken at that point. That's why it's not getting back in. Huh. Yeah, look at that. Okay. I'm stacked on something, but the distance from my stack, the vertical distance from my stack is 4.5. Yeah, look at this. And destack forgiveness kicks in when? How long do I have? Actually, yeah, why is destack forgiveness not coming into play here? That only happens when you kill a middle of a stack. Anything else? Actually, is there anything else? Is that the only way to get... Oh. Yeah, apparently. Huh. I mean, maybe if I give it a little bit of destack forgiveness. Even just like 3 frames to get back locked on. That would probably do it. Okay. Oh, snail. All right, here we go. Hey, there we go. They just needed a little bit of forgiveness. Welcome back, Al. We just fixed an issue with snails, fittingly. Whoa. All right, cool. That is working. Destack forgiveness was all I needed on that. What else did we want to check in on this? Yo-yos. We can already do the spring cancels, right? Yeah. They're getting there, yeah. No, it was with any stack. And the issue was, in that first frame, it would suddenly be positioned too far away to count as stacked. There was one frame where it would at least set the right position and set the same velocity, but the damage was already done. It was too far away for it to be considered stacked anymore. So let's see. So you can do like that. Do nice little, ooh. Uh-oh. Don't like that. What's going on there? What's going on there, guys? It was a little janky, wasn't it? I mean, typically you just use a mushroom platform for this, but also I definitely saw something a little bit. Oh, there. That looks like that could be. No, but almost. There it is, there it is. I'm hitting it right on the corner. The electrician. Yes, we never got the full story. Oh, well, good. that helps. you gotta be landing like right here. In which case you're in this quadrant. You're fully to the left, so we use the lower left corner. And yeah, you are, that counts as a rightward, doesn't it? Yeah. I don't have a great way around that. Ugh. Dead space on corners. There's an idea. There's an idea. If it's too close of a tie to call, actually, that might be all right, because then it would at least wait until the next frame where it's more pronounced. I like that a lot, Otter. I like that a whole lot, actually. All right. So we check for I'm on the right, and then boom, I'm in the corner. And then we just say, hey, if these two are too close together, and there's only 4 cases to check there. So let's see here. What is our ratio gonna be here? So delta x and delta y, across the board, these are gonna be numbers that are positive and very close. But it's not going to be necessarily absolute values. Like it's not going to be like, oh, it's a difference of 5. It's going to be more like it's a difference of 5%. Let's see here. Let corner dead space. Let's actually try something like 5% difference. So how do we check the difference here? We want to take... Alright, delta y, hold on. In this case, these are non-zeros, right? Like, these are definitely non-zero values. Like, you'd have to be here to hit a z. Well, you could hit here, though. It'd be a very small value, but still. Maybe I should just do an absolute difference and say 1 pixel of dead space, maybe. So let's take the difference between delta x and delta y. And if that is less than the corner dead space, then spring direction equals null. And let's just sprinkle that here, 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 and here. And then down here, actually, yeah, at that point, if spring direction equals null, just fall out of this. Just don't even go any farther. We're done with the spring at that point. No, wait, no, never mind. That doesn't work. Not that. Not a return, a continue. It's different. All right, now let's try this. Necromorphs in the corners. I need different music. We've been on this music too long. All right. Let's see if we can wedge ourselves into a corner now. That looks like that would be a left corner. Well, I'm expecting... Oh, actually, this one right here. Look at this. Look at this. I am on... Well, I was on both of those springs. Oh, here we go. Look at that. I'm on both of those springs, but only the right one is... Well, sometimes. So I must be... What is my speed right now? Oh, it's based on how far down I'm getting. So sometimes I'm landing very far I'm landing down far enough where it's like, okay, that's too much of a tie. But sometimes the overlap happens right here, and that's when I check. It's like, okay, you're good. Send you up. Yeah, frame rules. So that's cool. That's cool. I think this is doable. Otter, great idea. Imagine there's this bus, and you have to get on this bus with a pig, a wolf, and a bag of corn. Dead Space. Simple as that. All right. So on my to-do list is Pixel's motor issue that he found, which, dang it, I thought I had fixed all of those. Nobody really uses motors right now, and I don't blame them because it's really annoying to work with them at this point. Then, God help us all, Otter. So the issue with motors is right now, for tracks, you have to like place like individual curves and like straight lines. I want to get to the point where I can have like a track pin where it's basically just like you just drag a line and then it just like boom creates that. Yes, a brush tool specifically for tracks. Does he not stay on tracks? He's supposed to. Oh, versus wires, I assume. Yeah. It does not actually follow the track. Yes, you are right. We could do something like that. Like, if he's on a wire... I get you. So you mean like this setup right here. I could see that being quite useful, honestly. How does this sound for Sparky rules? If he is on a wire, he does not go onto tracks. If he is on tracks, he only goes based on the direction of the tracks themselves. Because we could do that. New Sparky rules. If on wire, stay off tracks. If on tracks, respect the track directions. That does seem like a good tweak to those, honestly. All right. This is good. I did not manage to figure out the JavaScript thing with full screen. Oh, and then export to stuff. The exporting thing. You know what? I do like it. I do like it. Hang on, let's get over here. On the actual game here. Oh, jeez, that's another thing that bugs me. This font does not have a pound symbol. It has a logo instead of a pound symbol. And that bugs me so much. Green balloon. All right, hold on. Whee. And this is doing the hold right strat where it goes slower. Like, you get a lot more speed going neutral. Which, honestly, I like that. I like that there's differences of velocity that you can choose to use. There you go. Love that. I actually want to take a look at this level in more detail, because I want to see how the gradient effect is achieved here. If that is what I thought. Okay, that is what I thought. Yeah. Clever, clever, clever. All right. More time to save. There's always more time to save. Gracie, you need to go out? Gracie might need to go out. Okay. Oh, for the color thing? It might be before that. I'm not sure. Depends on if there's any other game-breaking issues. I don't know when I can't. There's not a whole lot of fixes pending right now. What else was? I've already closed it. Whatever. We'll figure something out for that. Okay. Green balloons. Effectively, what we're looking for is balloons are actually motors, believe it or not. Balloons use the exact same code as motors do, but instead of following tracks, they follow some other pattern. So we are going to further extend that, and we are basically going to make a motor that does not ever move. But it will be a gadget instead. So what does that actually look like, and can it be interacted with some way? I was initially thinking basically just like a tack, like a big thumbtack kind of thing. Or maybe a hook. Except a hook, that would hook to, I don't know, that would be weird, right? What else could it we are looking for some kind of theming on something that will hold an item in place but not affect the player in any way. So the player can just grab it off of that. Or maybe not a player, maybe not a like it could be something like a spider, you know? Just a way to hold it in place. Make it look like a rope bridge handle. Yeah, this will be the green balloon. Well, yes, but I want to theme it differently. Because, like, the theming of the balloons is like, oh, they kind of float around all happy. And then the theming with the motors is, all right, they, very strict and industrial. And then some third thing that also can hold items, but is completely stationary. The one F-Zero graphic. No, I don't think so. It's like we can tie it with platforms to make them stationary if they're not normally stationary, I guess. We can have enemies tied to them just to kind of hold them in place. We can have gadgets tied to them to basically allow the player to grab them up. But what is it up here? Make a nice little document here real quick. Photoshop, hello. All I need for you to do is make a blank document. If springs can ride balloons. Huh. I guess. Yep. Oh, well, there's a concept right there. Hold on now. Here's a level concept for you. Well, not except without that part. Up, down. Just tactical dropping. Now. Okay, yeah, that will be cool. And I guess... Oh, no. You know what? You know what? What would happen if... Okay, that did not quite work, and I don't know why. Actually, I've got some ideas as to what? Yeah, she's having her little owl off. Oh. Okay, that was... Yeah, that's her. Maybe not. That's the neighbor's dog. Yeah. This could be a really cool setup for a level. Actually, you know what? On top of that, throw in some platforms as well. Like this. Alright, except pretend it's working. Something about the order of these placements is throwing this off, and I don't understand why. It's so weird. But yeah, boom. Have a little train that you can bounce around on. I mean, basically auto-scroll, unfortunately, but still. Alright. We just need to draw something. It's art. So it's hanging from, and we can do different. We can do different wire colors as well as an option. It's not that. What does it? What is it hanging from? You just got something up there, you know. What are you? the thumbtack idea is playful. I don't know if it like reads correctly. Is the item interactable? How about that? Like, can you hang on to it like you can a ring? Because if so, you get a lot more possibilities. I mean, not a lot more, but like at least more than nothing. This is something where like programming it will be very quick, but I don't want to jump the gun. And like start like add it to the game before it's interesting enough. Like I want at least every item to like have some kind of fun interaction. And like just the ability to keep an item in place on its own is useful, but it's like what else can be done there? There's got to be some kind of cool theming that works. Suspending something. It's like usually with something on a rope, it's like the interesting thing is what's being held, not what's holding it. So it's like it could be like this is a rope that's like tied on some kind of post sticking out of nothing. Yeah, balloons you can jump off of and you can pop them. But it's like, with it being stationary, that provides a new, interesting thing that we can do. It's like, we have freedom to make something brand new here. I just need to come up with something. It's like, yes, it can just be a balloon that's motionless, but that feels a little eerie. And so I want to change the theming for this one. I guess maybe eerie is too strong a word for it. Make it a ghost. A ghost is hanging, like a ghost dinosaur. Okay. All right, bring me along on this journey. I'm interested. I put green balloons on my to-do list, even though it's decidedly not going to be a balloon. It could be green. I don't know. RoboCop. Ooh, I got it. I just figured it out. I know what we're missing. Oh. The question is how low? Wherever you started. Okay, guys, it's simple. All right, the art is gonna need some work. Okay, you're close, Al. Oh, you're so close. It's a winch, and it needs to be powered by a lever or something. It's not when you grab it, it's like, oh, but then grabbing it could be interesting too. Dang it. Okay. A pair of new items. Okay. So it's a winch, and so it'd be like over here or something. And when it receives power, it starts pulling it up until the item gets one tile below it, and then it stops. That's its highest point. That's its shortest rope length. And then when it is unpowered, it lowers back down to whatever its initial position was. All right? So you can do timing-based stuff with a clock, or you can have a switch puzzle or something like that. It will have a set speed And if the item is useful enough and popular enough, we can add variants that are different speeds. That's fine. And then maybe we add a different kind of ring item. One that, when held, like, provides power to the tile above it, or if it is being held by a winch, provides power to its motor. Like if it is being held by a powerable motor, then it provides power to the motor. Because someday I still want to have some kind of integration between wires and motors once both of them are easier to use and more understood. Because right now nobody really like gets how the tracks work, and that's very understandable. I kind of like sped through that to get it out the door before release date. Player in when... Yeah, so that's the idea, is if you combine these two items, if you combine this, like, I don't know, switch ring with this powered winch, then holding onto it when they're combined will make it, like, pull you up until you let go, and then it drops back down. So that'll be a cool synergy. Winch motor that retracts when powered, and then also I don't know exactly what we're gonna do with this thing. It's like a pull cord. A switch. It's like what do you call the thing that you like pull on a lamp or a light switch? Is it just a pull cord? All right, we're just gonna go with pull cord for now. It's a ring, pull chain, maybe. Ring that provides power to block above it, or to parent motor if powerable. I think this is cool because you could combine this pull chain with, like, just put it onto a block with some wires, and then it basically is like a little light switch kind of thing of, like, you have to reach up here and grab this, and then that sends power to open the door or something until it hits the ring. Yes, just like all motors, it will just attach to the first sprite it sees below it. Yeah, all the motors do that. And it works, though I have some... Here's the issue. It's like the other idea I had is more complex, but also creates some more possibilities. And that is, you have a motor that determines, like, okay, the speed and direction on the track kind of thing. You have the item that does whatever, and then a third item, the actual connector, like a rope or chain that could be customized in some way. And I had a handful of ideas for that, including variable length, but it gets really complex. Like, okay, if you want to connect these items, oh, don't forget, you gotta include a specific little intermediate item or they don't work. So that's like, okay, closing up shop, guys. It's late. Got a lot of good ideas out tonight. That's gonna be a 1.3 thing for sure. The color bug fix. Next time I get a chance, I'm gonna try and get that out. Spring boxes are definitely gonna be a 1.3 thing. I think they're really useful in a lot of different ways. What about motors that can carry multiple things? Oh, what about that? Loading up on tokens. So, Pixel, do you mean like the motor can carry this ring and the spring box kind of thing? Like that? Yeah. Not today. Not when I'm about to end stream. I don't even... Actually, I can't even... No, it's too late to get the piano out. Another time. And then we can play sweet music, unless it's really hard to play. That is just the way of things. Two things, or three things. It's like that would be one of the nice things about having like the connector, like a chain or rope that you can like just throw down. It's gonna say like, all right, now it's gonna attach this top and bottom piece together to whatever else is going on. You can't reliably do this because they're gonna be offset. Unless that doesn't work, does it? Timing would be all wrong. Yeah, there were some ideas with that, Pixel. I don't know, I'm wondering if there's some way to like do something like this where like you take two separate things and stack them together, but like better. You know, do this but good. Does this work? Oh, that obviously doesn't. They're both gonna go. Oh, that might do something. Give that the right amount of. Well, buy ring. Okay. Anyway, good night. We're done. We're calling it. We're going to bed. Stay tuned. Sunday stream something. Monday stream something. Oh, it's Halloween. Maybe something spooky. We'll see. Have a good night. Al, thanks for the watch. Pixel, thanks for the continued good ideas. Appreciate it. Otter, I don't know if you're still here, but thank you for the very clever idea on the dead zone. That worked out beautifully. Germ, thanks for the sub. Everybody else, Popples, thanks for the new level. I'm really digging what you're putting out. It's really cool. Yeah, Pixel, it's like what, 4 in the morning for you? What? Darren, thanks for lurking around. Everybody, thank you. Good night. Going to bed. Bye. That's not even the right end scene.